Okay,
What's
here
going
we go.
on?
Hey, this is Tiana Patrice from TianaPatrice.com. We are doing some amazing things today. We're having some amazing interviews with amazing, fearless, purpose-driven women. The first interview we had was with Jessica Brown, and now I have my dear friend, my buddy, my heart, Audria Richmond, branding and marketing genius, here with us today. We are going to have a fabulous time. We are doing the 52 Shades of Fearless virtual event today. Why? Because we are celebrating the release of my brand new book, 52 Shades of Fearless. Woo!
Yes, that's
We
amazing.
yes, we are here to break the internet and hit bestseller. Okay, so make sure that you are heading over to Amazon.com right now, in this very moment. Go over to Amazon.com and go ahead and grab your book. If you grab that book right now, send me a screenshot and email it to me over at info@tianapatrice.com, and I'll enter you in a drawing to get a free Amazon gift card. Okay, so today what we're talking about is living a fearless life. You know, what does it mean to really be bold and fearless? And so, Audria, I want to bring you on. I want you to talk to us about who you are first. Talk to us about who you are and what do you do, and then we'll get into the questions that I have for you about living fearless.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Audria Richmond. As she stated, I'm a branding and marketing genius. I help entrepreneurs gain visibility, attract clients, and generate revenue with my signature system called Building Big Brands. So I'm from Memphis. I now live here in Atlanta, and I'm ready to talk about fear. Like, I love talking about this topic.
Perfect. So we're going to go ahead. I don't know why this thing isn't switching back and forth, so I'm going to just switch it manually for us. But so I want to go ahead and I want to talk to you about fear. And of course, what does living fearlessly mean to you? So when you think about living a fearless life, what does being fearless, what does being fearless mean to you?
I believe for me, fearless means not really worrying about what people have to say, not thinking about if you do something, will it fail? Because a lot of the times, the first thing that keeps us from taking action on anything is fear. You know, we think, oh, it's going to be too scary, or what are people going to say? Are people going to like me? So for me to live a fearless lifestyle, or to operate in a place of not lack, so to speak, it allows me to walk and just know that everything is going to be okay, because I have like, if I fail, I'm okay with that. And a lot of people are not okay with that. And because of that, they're going to always operate in fear. So I think when you talk about fear and when you think about fear, it's an opportunity for you to test whether or not you believe in what it is that you're talking about doing. So yeah, that's what it means to me.
Perfect. No, I totally agree with you there. And you said like three things. I'm already like, oh my God, where do I write? I need somewhere to write this stuff down, because there's a couple of things that you said that I definitely want to touch base on. One, you said, being fearless to me means living a life where I don't care what people say. I don't care what people think about me. And I think it's so amazing, the type of life that you need to live to be able to boldly walk in your purpose, to be able to boldly live the life that is destined and has already been created for you. There's so much on the opposite side of fear, right? But see, what happens is, imagine a door. And so here's the door that we need to walk into to get to our greatness. So our greatness is on the other side of this door. But on this side, we got haters that, we listen to, and they tell us, right? Just be honest, right? So we got haters. They tell us, girl, you're not good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your product isn't amazing enough.
Right.
You speak well enough. Whatever, they say about us, right? They always have something to say.
Right.
And so on the other side of that is also overwhelm, doubt, perfectionism. You don't think you're professional enough to be able to live this amazing life. You don't think you can afford, one of the really big things, right, is you don't think you can afford to live an amazing life, right? And so what happens is, all of that keeps us behind this door, and that's what fear wants. Fear wants to keep us in this dark room. So behind this door, it's dark. Fear keeps us behind there, and it takes all our lollipops, steals all our candy, busts all our dream bubbles. Fear just be in there having a great old time, right? And so, but if you can push through all of that, you can just push fear to the side, push overwhelm to the side, kind of just like slap him in his face, like bow, bow, fear, bow, bow, overwhelm. And then you open that door. And then on the other side of that is everything, all the greatness that you are destined for. And I'm going to switch this a little bit so you can see me a little bit better, because that sun was glaring down on me. But what happens is we allow fear, right? We allow fear to control us. And there is so much out there. My business is based on faith, family, and freedom. So if you're following me, you know this, that I talk about God a lot in my business. I talk about my faith a lot in my business. And there is so much that God wants us to have, but we are so busy staying in that land of excuseville, making excuses, listening to our haters, paying attention to our fear, that we can never get to, you know, the things that is destined for us, right? And so I love what you said about your definition of fear, being able to live a fearless life, not worried about what others think of you, not internalizing your fear and your failure, right? That you, I love fear. Failing is, to me, I say there's no such thing as failure. There's only epic lessons, right? Yes, so I love having lessons. I like that. Yeah, girl, tweet it. Hello, tweet it. So I love those moments of having those epic lessons, because it allows me to be able to learn, to grow. And for me, I love using millennial terms. So I like to have my growth on fleek. Like I told you earlier, I was like, oh, Audrey, your hair's so fleeky. But I love that. So that's what living a fearless life is all about. Definitely. So, okay, Audrey, so I'm going to get kind of into some of the chapters of the book, because I know you actually had an opportunity to get an advanced copy, an advanced digital copy of the book. Right?
Yes. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Like, seriously, go get it. Like, the end. I don't think I need to give any other elaborate reason, because every woman or every man that's watching this, you're dealing with fear of some kind of caliber. Like, no fear is small or big. And a lot of the times people think, well, you know, say for instance, I'm scared to do videos, right? Which at times I am scared to do videos. And then you hear people say, well, that ain't my fear, but you have a fear in something else. So don't belittle somebody else because you all don't share the same fear. Fear is fear. So if you have any fear, you need to go get this book, because it's 52 weeks of getting your life together and learning how to be fearless.
52 weeks of getting your life. So girl, thank you. No. So, okay. One of the things that I love about you, and I talk about this in my book, is adopting a growth mindset. Since I've been friends with you, you have been very pivotal in my life and my growth, because I can come to you and be like, girl, I didn't want to do this. You're like, you need to go read a book. You need to go watch a podcast. Every time I call and talk to you, you are always finding a way to grow, and you do that fearlessly, because some people are like, why you gotta read all the time? Why do you want to, always be on podcasts? So I want to talk to you about having a growth mindset, okay? Because in my book, I talk about adopting a growth mindset. And in order to live a fearless life, you have to be willing to always grow. You have to be willing to be open for new opportunities. So how are new opportunities going to come to you if you don't have a mindset of growth? So I want to talk to you about that. Why is it so important for you, Audria, to have a growth mindset?
For me, it's no other way, right? I feel like if I'm not growing, I'm losing. If I'm not growing, it's just like, what's happening to me? And a lot of people, they don't read books, they don't listen to interviews, they don't watch interviews. What's crazy to me is that most people have never heard of the TV show The Prophet. Like, seriously, it's a TV show about this guy, Marcus Lamont, going in and taking care of other people's businesses and helping them strategically set up a plan. It's like free coaching on TV. But I feel like, and this is something that I teach to my 3B insiders, is that you have to be insightful. You cannot be a fantastic entrepreneur or service provider if you're not up on the trends, if you're not up on what's happening in your industry, if you don't know what new social media platform just came out. Just because you choose to not use it, or just because you don't want to be a part of it, does not mean that you should be dumb to the fact. And what I find is that most people are not willing to learn. Most people, most people that are in business, where they are right now is where they were in college or where they were in high school. They haven't read a book, they haven't done anything, and for that reason, I'm just thinking, like, how do you plan on attracting your ideal clients or going to the next level when you don't even know what's happening tomorrow? You're not preparing yourself for something bigger and greater. And one of the things that I like to talk about is being ready for the yes. You know, I see a lot of public speakers or professional speakers jumping on stages and stages and stages, and they don't have nothing to sell. And they're wondering why their business is not growing. They're wondering why they're not in a position for people to be attracted to them. Or, you know, you have a website, but it's a janky website, and you're wondering why people are not converting on your website. So it's a whole lot of things that comes with growing. But for me, it's all about being ahead. It's all about being futuristic. It's all about progressively thinking forward, right? Because for me, I can't be me. I can't be a genius if I'm, you know, not growing, right? So that's my reason. That's why I love growing, and that's what growth means to me, because it means that I get to be at the next level. That means that I get to be insightful, and that means that I get to be profitable, which we all love money, right? So that's what it means to me.
Definitely. I absolutely love everything that you just said, because how can you expect to get to that next level in your fearless life, whether it's starting your own business, whether it's, you know, just being an amazing mom, whether it's going and serving a mission, whether it's doing a fundraiser? How do you expect to be able to do that fearlessly if you aren't growing mentally, if you aren't seeking to grow, if you aren't seeking to be an expert in that field? So I definitely love that. One of the things that we talk about when being fearless is there are so many things that attack us mentally, right? So fear can come in, and fear will mask itself as things that we begin to believe. So like excuses, right? We make a ton of excuses. I know you probably remember I used to go, I don't want to do webinars because it's just the technology is just
Right.
You remember that? And you guys, you are just making excuses, right? Which I was, because when I pull back those layers, what we have to do is we have to pull back those layers and realize that what that really is that's fear. Fear came in and convinced me that I didn't have what it took to do webinars, right? I wasn't smart enough to do webinars. So fear will come in and mask itself as excuses, as perfectionism, as overwhelm and stress, right? Making us feel like we aren't competent to live an amazing life. And so then there's inner critic that comes in, and then the inner critic teams up with fear. So now you got fear and this inner critic that's like, girl, fear is right, because you know what I'm saying, you aren't cute enough to be on them webinars, and you know what I'm saying, I'm just right. And now, fear is right. Right, it's true. That's what happens. So what do you do to shut down your inner critic? Because in my book, 52 Shades of Fearless, I actually there's a chapter in here that talks about shutting down your inner critic. So what do you do to shut down your inner critic?
Honestly, I don't even give my inner critic a place to be. You know, anytime I feel like it's coming up, I'm like, you know what, inner critic, you are absolutely right. But guess what? We're still about to keep it going. We're about to keep it going. So I'm like, you can sit with me. You can chill with me. You can even come along the way. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a VIP seat. But guess what? You have no place in where I'm going. So you can come along. And I think the biggest thing to that is that we have to acknowledge that it's there. You know, a lot of the times people try to, you know, batter themselves in their head, and it's like, oh, this is great, and you're not that amazing. Then you start questioning yourself, you know what, I'm not that amazing. But if I feel like the moment that you acknowledge that it's happening, you have control at that point. The only time you don't have control is when you accept it. And most times people accept it. And I know, you know, you can't be fearless if you accept everything that somebody say to you, right? So you have to learn how to let it come along the way. Just let the inner critic come along, have a seat. Matter of fact, give it a backpack so it can take all of your wins and put it in there. So that's what I feel about the inner critic.
I definitely love that. That goes directly in line with the first part of my book. And I know you had an opportunity to get that advanced digital copy and read that. In that first part, it talks about fear, right? What we have to do is we have to first recognize fear. So that's what you were talking about, recognizing that inner critic. What happens is we don't recognize fear a lot, right? And so fear is actually having a good old time at our party. Now, I consider life I consider life one big party. I love having fun. I love life, just living this jovial life, right? And so I consider life one big party. And so what happens is fear comes in, and I mean, fear comes into our life, and he takes over the party. He gets behind the DJ. Yeah. He starts whipping the music. And so
start doing stanky leg.
Right, fear out there doing the stanky leg and everything. So we have to, you're so silly. So we have to realize, we have to recognize fear when fear comes to the party. So if you're sitting right now and you are fearful of putting out your project, if you're fearful of going to, or you're making excuses, right, of going to your boss and asking for a raise, is it scary? Heck yeah. But is it necessary? Yes, it's necessary if you need a raise. Is it scary to tell a client that they're not a good fit for you? Heck yeah, because you're going to be missing out on money. But is it necessary? Yes. So fear will come in and convince us, right? You're like, girl, yes. Fear will come in and convince us, right, that we aren't good enough for this. But we have to recognize when fear comes to the party, and in millennial terms, we have to be like, fear, I see you over there trying to confuse the girl and everything, but you don't need to go over there and have a seat, okay? Fear can come to the party, but fear is not allowed to have fun. But in order to rebuke fear's fun card, you have to be able to recognize it when it comes to the door. And so that's what my book, 52 Shades of Fearless, is all about, helping you recognize when fear comes to the party, helping you take back your power to give fear the boot to have a seat, right? And declaring the great I am. Each week, you have declarations that you focus on each week in this book, and journaling opportunities to write down and journal about what we're talking about in each chapter. So this isn't a short read. It's 52 weeks of personal enlightenment and self-discovery to help you push through your fear, soar through your fear, and get to the other side of that door, that fear is trying to keep you from. That's definitely what it's about. Definitely. Okay, Audria, I got one more that I want to talk about with you before we wrap it up, okay?
Okay.
You and I both are really big on writing our vision down. We are really big on, okay, what's going on in 2016? You already got your 2016 planned out. You already know how much money you're going to make. You already know how many clients you're going to work with. You already know what city. We're planners, right? Right. And there's so much power in writing your vision down, though, because what you're doing is when you put that pen to the paper, you are declaring that this is what I want to make known for my life. That's what declarations are, guys. Declarations are speaking into existence what you want to make known for your life, right? So you're speaking into existence what you want to make known for your life. And once you declare that, so when we write these big visions for our 2016, you know, it may be to make 6 figures or 7 figures in 2016, whatever your goal is. It may be able to take an amazing vacation. It may be to quit your job. It may be to follow your purpose. When you speak that and you declare that over your life, everything that's purposed against that declaration has to have several seeds. So brokenness over your life has to have several seeds. When you declare that your life is prosperous, when you declare that you are successful, everything that's purposed against you being successful has to have several seeds. So when we go back and we start talking about writing down your vision, making known what you want to have available over your life, why do you feel it's so important to write down your vision and make it clear what you want over your life?
You know, a lot of people think that success is going to come from praying. Success is going to come from, going to church every Sunday, donating, volunteering. That's how success is going to come. Success is going to come if I be on social media every day, or if I'm going to every networking event in my town, or if I attend every conference and event that comes up, I'm going to be successful. And I'm here to tell you, no, that is not how you're going to be successful. The only way that you're going to be successful is that if you sit down and strategically plan out what it is that you have over your life. If you say, I want 10 clients, then write a plan on how you're going to get 10 clients. And you also need to set testing metrics. What's going to happen if I don't get 10 clients? What's my backup plan? Everything is not going to always go to plan. That's why most people go back and revise their plans. That's why you always see upgrades and updates to your apps and all of that. Everything needs an upgrade. Everything needs an update. And the biggest question is, have you updated yourself? Have you updated your plan?
Girl, you gotta pray.
Everything that it takes to build out a brand, or to plan out what it is that you want for your life. And, quit sitting around just, I'm going to meditate $100,000. Yeah, good luck with that. because money comes with plenty. That's how you become successful. So that's my 2 cents on that. Sorry to get a little intense with that, but it's the truth.
No, girl, that was awesome. That was awesome because what happens is, and I do agree with that. I'm so sorry, guys, about this sun. I mean, it is just really baking
It's
on me.
shining on you, baby.
I know, girl, shining on me and stuff. But I agree with that because what happens is people think that you just pray and you just sit down and, you know, just go and just live another life and all this. You have to pray, but you also have to take action, right?
Right.
So it's not just, oh, I want to make 6 figures and just lay back in the bed and go to sleep and you think 6 figures going to just appear at your door. No, it's you pray about what you want. You make known what you want. You speak into existence what you want, and then you get to work. You take action. Lean on that faith. You know that if it's meant for you, God is going to provide it for you, but you take action. You don't stop working. And so that's what it means to live fearless. We were just on the call with Jessica Brown, and Jessica said to her, being fearless means being faithful, right? And so, you have that faith. You lean on that faith, but you still have to get to work. So I have thoroughly enjoyed having you on today, Audria. I promise you it wouldn't take long. I promise you we'd have a great time. It would be short. Got your hair all looking nice for me. Ooh, y'all look at Audria.
That's for you.
Yes. Hair on fleek. Look at that. Yes.
Did you know in a ponytail or something?
Hashtag natural girls rock. Love it. All right, guys. So before we go, again, thank you so much, Audria, for joining us today and sharing with us what living a fearless life means to you. Before we go, I want to invite everybody over on Amazon right now. 52 Shades of Fearless is on Amazon right now. Go ahead and go online, Amazon.com, put in 52 Shades of Fearless and purchase your book. If you purchase your book right now, we are giving away a free Amazon gift card. So all you have to do is purchase your book and then take a quick screenshot, and you can send it over to my email, info@tianapatrice.com, and put in the subject line VIP entry, and I'm going to enter you into a drawing for a free Amazon gift card, and I'll be in contact with you if you win. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you, thank you, Audria, again for being here with me.
Anytime.
And all the viewers, if you came on late, you can always go back and hit the replay button. This will be a public broadcast, so you can also find it over on YouTube. All right, guys, thank you again for joining us, and we will see you and talk to you again real soon. All right, bye.
Bye.